Why?
I was worried at first. I was like, is it on? Is she here? Welcome,
Mhm.
Tiffy. How are you, darling? I'm good. So your name is Tiffy. Can I call, or is that fine? Your name's
Yeah, you can call me too.
okay. Are you here for dating or are you here
Tiffy.
for to ask a question?
Ask a question. So I want to start streaming on TikTok. I just got my live access. And I was wondering, like, how do you grow? What are some good strategies to get people to come and watch your lives and stuff like that? Topics, maybe, just some
Yeah,
ideas.
absolutely. I would say be consistent. If since you're just starting, I would say if you can go live every day or at least Monday through Saturday, give yourself one day. That would be my advice to you. Go live every single day, at least for the first 3 months. And then create some topics around what it is that you're doing. So I don't know what it is that you do, like makeup, hair, cards, cabinets. I'm being hypothetical.
The same topic, the
Um,
same one for 3 to 6.
Yeah, it could be the same topic or just, yeah, you could switch it up as long as it's around the same subject. And
Okay.
Roxanne said bring energy as well.
Hmm.
Okay.
So how long do you think I should stay on?
How long can you stay on? It's up to you.
Um, I don't know.
Well, ask yourself this: how bad do
Tiffy.
you want to grow? How important is it growing on
Tiffy.
live?
I mean, it's important. I just wanted to see what I can do, because I know some people, I don't know about on TikTok, but I know some of the dating apps that I was streaming on, like Meet Me and POF. Like
Mhm.
a lot of the
Streaming?
women on there, they make a living just streaming.
So why aren't you consistent on those apps as well? Are you consistent?
Yeah, but it's more annoying because it's only men and they all want to hit on you and stuff like that.
So today we have Tiffy in front of the congregation.
Mm.
Now, Tiffy is bilateral.
Mm. Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert, she's bilateral. And as you can read from the title, she said that women don't need men, but she's looking for a man that makes 250K to date her, and she refuses to settle. So, mind
Which
you,
one is it? I mean,
what,
I'm
what we
already
just
confused.
yeah, it's gonna get even more confusing. What we just saw is her coming on to Ashley's show to ask about streaming and making money off of social media.
Hmm.
But it's gonna go left. It's
Wow.
about to go left. Um, yeah, so she's trying to make some money, and well, all the other women are doing it. I didn't know that you could stream on dating apps.
Me neither.
Like, what the heck is Meet Me? Um, Plenty of
POF
Fish.
has a streaming
What? Why would you
wing.
be streaming? That don't make no sense to me. I'm glad I'm out the dating game because this is this is getting
Wow.
weird. This is really getting
That's desperate.
weird.
Live streaming on Plenty of Fish. That's
I mean,
desperation.
but why would you need that feature?
Really.
That's what I don't understand. Bae, you have any thoughts before we get into
No, I
how
think you.
crazy this is about to go?
I think you nailed it with that one. I was confused with the bisexual, bilateral. Doesn't need a man, but he has to make 250K.
It's
Okay.
it's y'all get y'all popcorn because
Strange.
it's finna get. Old girl need
She
help
lost.
because she went
Lost.
every which way.
Lost.
So let's get into it.
Mhm.
And you get tired of it because I'm not really checking for any of them. And so they send you gifts and stuff like that. And they're trying to win your attention, but I don't really want their attention. So I'd rather just be
Gifts
more
are good.
balanced.
Don't you want to get paid for your time? So gifts are good.
Yeah, but the guys after a while they want to take you out. They want to, it's just I hate that it's just all men most of the time.
But it's a dating app, my love. Come on.
Right,
Yeah,
my
that's why
love.
I'm on TikTok.
Yeah, try to.
Honey bunny.
I'm also hearing that streaming on a dating
Butterfly.
app is not good as well. There's no good men over there.
There aren't.
When you
They're
looking
all
for men,
losers.
I
Like
thought you
one
weren't
time,
looking for men.
a man he was like severely disabled. He thought he would qualify for me. I'm like, excuse me, sir. I'm not gonna push you around in a wheelchair. And his face was like
Gold.
deformed. And he just got in the box. I was just like, and he was old, very old.
And I guess maybe it's a challenge for him to find someone out in the world. So he's doing what he can do, and I guess that's his
actually
best,
being politically correct.
And maybe he's willing to wine and dine. I'm not saying that's for you, but I'm sure he's willing to take care of the woman he's with. And he probably thought you were attractive. Not saying you need to be with him. I'm not saying that, but maybe that's the only way he feels confident. Is what I'm saying.
She never thought about that.
I would say, you know, get in the people with disability group or, you know, something like that, because it was just weird. Like, why would I want to spend my time pushing somebody around in a wheelchair?
Right. But he saw you and he thought you were beautiful and you're streaming. So he's like, she's here. They say it's more fish in the sea. You in the sea, honey. Plenty of fish. Hinge. You there. So he's like, let me shoot my shot. Okay.
Right.
Do you want to do dating?
So,
butterfly.
Okay, y'all just heard what she said about the disabled man. He was disfigured and whatever. What was going on with him? Like, okay, you ain't even at least give it. You saw that he was disabled, and you ain't even give him the time of day. Basically, even if you would say no, that's not for me. You know, I decline.
Right.
No, thank you, sir. I'm flattered. You could have just said that, but he thought he qualified for me. What made him think?
But with all this, he can't get with all this from a wheelchair.
Girl, please, because life can happen and you could look like Tom Cruise from Vanilla Sky.
I'm done. Shallow. Your ass will be in a wheelchair.
Right.
You wouldn't want that same energy.
I think you need to go watch the movie Vanilla Sky, because he was on the top of his game. He was feeling himself, and then also he got in a car wreck or what accident happened. I can't remember, but left him disfigured. So all of this vanity and shallow, you don't know what that man's story was. You don't know how he became disabled and disfigured. He's still a person.
Absolutely.
Come on now.
See, that pretty privilege. They think they're above you, but she thinks she above, and she looking down at the brother and all that kind of thing. And that's not a good. It's not a good attitude to have out here. Things change quickly, and life has a way of humbling you. So you should watch that.
Right. You shouldn't say stuff like that, because, like you just said, life has a way of humbling you. So, let's continue.
I don't think so. I think my standard's too high, and I'm not willing to lower them.
Why are your standards too high? Like, what does that mean to you? Like,
Ashley, why they too high?
I don't even want nobody to go on me for it. So, because women's supposed to have low standards, mine are too high, so I can be myself and be peaceful. I don't have to have no drama of a relationship.
Fair enough, Tiffy. It sounds like you've been through some things a little bit. But
no, it's really the internet trying to humble women all the time. Like, if you say you want this in a guy, they're always trying to humble you and say, well, how do you qualify? You know, because you hit the wall, and all that rhetoric. So I just say,
I do this every day. I know I do this every day. And, when it goes up, it's definitely the same 5 talking points.
And it's not like that great having a man in your life. Like, it's like, I'm like, sometimes I wonder, is there a point of having a man? Like, they brainwash you into thinking you need one so much because they like to feel needed because of their ego. But we're more peaceful, single, and child free,
Okay, well, that's your philosophy, right? So I think different strokes for different folks, but I think it would be a complete lie to say a man. For you to say, I'm not saying you, Tiffy, for anyone here, to say they could go 20 years unless you are a nun. You never had sex in your life. You never kissed anyone in your life. But to say you can go 20 years without a man's touch at all. Don't look at him. Don't smell him. Just stay in your home. Go to work. Come home. Don't even have communication. I don't know. I don't think that's realistic. I understand your frustration. I do understand your frustration.
Statistically speaking, women don't really, 80% of women do not reach an orgasm. And
right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Most of the time we don't get anything from it. We're not getting what they're getting from it.
Okay, so maybe you're not.
So that brings the point. If we as women is not getting anything from sex, why we out here having all these babies and having multiple bodies?
Stay pregnant. Body counts is going up every day.
So you out here having babies for nothing? You out here running your body count up for nothing?
Just for sport?
Somebody explain that to me.
Nah.
If I don't get nothing from sex, then I shouldn't be doing it then. I should be a nun.
For real. Where these dizzy Lizzies be getting these unverified stats from? Like, man, look.
I mean, I've always heard this stat floating around. I don't know if it's true or not, but it's some oh, well, men don't think about women when, like y'all have sex with us. Y'all only think about getting, yours, and y'all don't care about pleasing us. That's where that notion is coming from. So I don't know if the stat came from there or it's legitimate. Someone got to do the research.
Okay.
But with all stats and stuff, there are other stuff behind that
Yeah, all right.
Certain circumstances and things like that. But what I really think she threw that stat in there is because we know that she bilateral and she trying to get you to come to the dark side. And you'll hear this from these women that's on the fence, go between men and women, or just the women studs and stuff like that. They trying to make it seem like, oh, well, we can please you better than men. Ain't nobody coming over there and doing all this. Ain't nobody doing that. Girl, bye. So it's a lot. You hear that in their rhetoric when they in the colorful coalition like that. And we can see that she's in there. She's in the colorful coalition. She in the feminist movement. The feminist is all up in her rhetoric.
She's listening to too much sprinkle and all that nonsense. Like,
and just look at her face.
Another one of this. We don't need men. Okay.
Right. She just looked like she just
be better off without men. Huh? Okay. Sure.
She came on here thinking that she was gonna get Ashley to go sisterhood with her, like full blown sisterhood, and it didn't work. Ashley said, "You can't tell me that you go 20 years without the touch of a man, that you don't need a man in no shape, form, or fashion."
Sure.
I ain't gonna get on this boat with you. I'm with Ashley. I'm not getting on the boat with her. Sure. We need men. If somebody break up into your house, the burglar in the night, as I like to say, who you calling?
I'll be looking for a man then.
The man of the house. He gonna go down there and handle that, or you gonna call the police?
Men.
Most men. If your house catch on fire, who's coming to put the fire out? Most likely it's going to be men. Do you want a woman trying to carry you down some stairs? Now we know we overweight and stuff.
You don't want that.
Come on now, let's think. We as women got brains. Let's think. Don't
they so clouded and confused and dizzy with this
come on now
frequencies that they get off the internet from people who don't know what the hell they talking about.
Because this don't make no sense. If your car break down, who you gonna take it to? A man. Show me women mechanics. I know that there's probably a few, the exception to the rule. But do you go to a auto shop? You ain't gonna see no majority of women up in there. Let's be honest.
Come on.
So, but let's continue.
Not fulfilled sexually. All right. But still.
No, I'm one of the weird women that have the O's.
So you can have the O.
All right.
But I'm saying
just again, I'm saying, Tiffy, it would be a lie to say you would never want to be with a man another day in your life.
You're not lowering my standards. I'm not lowering my standards for anyone. So can't nobody tell me.
I'm not even talking about standards. Yeah. I'm just saying being with a man, period.
What standards?
Just being with a man.
If that's what it takes. I want a rich man. I
want
want
a
a
rich
man with
man,
money. So
but you don't need men.
that's what I want. And
I don't
I'm not
need
going to
men.
settle in that because
But you need
to
his
me,
resources.
being experienced, I mean, outside of, intercourse, I mean, they cause drama in your life, It's peaceful now that I broke
So
up
you
with my
think you're gonna
boyfriend.
get that
Found her on
250K
my own for the
silently?
first time in my life. And
Okay.
I come home, I learned, I sleep wild. Like, I'm all over the bed. All the time. I didn't know that about myself. And I got a king size bed. So it's peaceful. My house is clean. It's quiet. I work for myself. And my life, it's only going to get more peaceful because I'm about to make this move. And I'm nobody going to come into my life and mess it up. Men they come into your life and they cipher energy off of you a lot of times. So yeah, so he got to be putting something back that I need because I already have money. So you need to be
Dizzy.
rich or close to it.
And the reason I asked too about
Oh my God. Like we don't take from men.
Thank you.
Men don't give us nothing.
Shoot that plane down, please. Like women
Like,
just bring just nothing but prosperity and joy. And it'd be a little drama on that side too. Like, come on, sister. Cut it out.
Even so, even the most peaceful women, like in our nature, we are chaotic in our nature. So we're gonna bring a little bit of chaos.
And it needs to be reined in by masculinity and things of that.
Right.
It's a balance. It's like cat and mouse. Stupid.
Right.
This one here.
It's a part of femininity. Like, we have a chaotic nature to us. Not chaos where we just go start stuff. Not like that.
That's when it's unchecked. That's when it's unchecked. Chaos. It's chaotic. It has a little chaos to it, but it needs order to balance it. That's what it's missing.
Yes. So the chaos may just want to change something around. Okay, I'm tired of how the living room is set up. I'm gonna change it around. That's why women do their hair and do their makeup. Let me see if he noticed. You trying to switch it up, like. But the wrong part of it is if he don't notice, I'm finna just throw a hissy fit and don't talk to me. No, he may not have noticed. Yeah, you change the part in your hair and go to this side instead of that side, or you put box braids. Come on now.
She wants that. See, she's lost. She's so lost that she's in the position where she could get what she wants. You want money unbridled without somebody telling you what to do and all that. Well, then let them look at you on TikTok or wherever you was at, show a little cleavage, and let them send you money. That'd be the best thing for you. You want somebody to give you money basically without the input of a man. They stress you. You don't want them in your bed. You don't. Well, then you go to OnlyFans then. That's where you get money without stress. You can just bust it open and let the money pour in. That's what you want, right? You was in the position. You're working towards the position that you want to be in. And then oh no, I don't want to be there because men just want to hit on you and give you money. That's what you want. You just want the money or the resources of a man. You don't want any guidance, any peas, any structure, anything like that. It's a burden to you. It's stressful. You're more peaceful without it. So then what are we doing up here? These dizzy lizzies, man, we got to stop. We got to stop. And I blame the sprinkles, the old dizzy lizzies that filter this energy down to the young ones. I don't know how old this woman is, but she ain't 50. She did 30 something, whatever.
She got to be in her 30s because she's talking about hitting the wall, and that resonated with her. So she got to be 35 plus or approaching 35.
So we say this woman in her 30s, she's getting that from them old dramatic biddies and the ones in the car making TikToks bitter. Like, come on, man. Yeah, I need to stop. And they're impressionable. They get this in their mind, and she's starting to believe this, or she's trying to make up things. Oh, I sleep wild in the bed, and You've been sleeping in the bed wild a long time. Before you had this boyfriend, your old boyfriend, them damn kids you got, all that. Like, that doesn't mean anything. What does that mean?
And so that means for you to be single, that you just can't sleep with nobody?
Stop. You adjust. People adjust.
Right. Like, that's when you become a couple and all of that. You adjust to each other. And I think this is a lot that's going on with modern women or just modern dating. Like everything got to be specific and so particular.
Well,
You don't give nobody no grace. Okay, let's say you do toss and turn. Okay, well, I hate it, but I love you, so I'm gonna put up with it. Like you just toss and turn. Like I'll figure it out.
Not that big deal. Right.
Or maybe you need to lay off the coffee or something.
Right.
What's the reason why you would be tossing and turning?
Water. Right. For you to go to sleep.
It's too hot up in here.
Right.
But we need to adjust the temperature.
They got beds with temperatures and lengths, heights. There's all kind of ways and things you can do to, you know what I mean? That's a piss poor excuse. That's a piss poor excuse.
What I'm trying to say is if you really want to be with someone, you figure stuff out.
Yeah.
They use all of these different things as excuse for them to be single. It's either something they do or the man do and they just can't get over it.
Or they come to these revelations. She said, I realized I sleep. Wow, what the hell does that mean? That doesn't mean anything. Like, come on,
Get
man.
a bigger bed.
That's all. That's it. People been sleeping wild for years, man. Right. Come on, man. Get out of here.
Let's continue.
Standards, because I know rich looks different for everyone. It depends where you are in your life, right? So my idea of rich and your idea of rich may look completely different. So that's why I always ask the ladies when they come up, not that I'm asking you, like, how much money does a man have to make? What exactly does rich mean to you? Because again, that looks different for everyone, you know?
So on the low, he would need to be about 250K, have some assets, property, owns his home, you know. He can afford to take care of us, because I don't want to, if I'm living with a man, I'm not paying the bills. I'm not doing that. I've never, even with average dudes, I've never paid the rent.
Never paid a bill.
You know, that's just a standard.
And I want to have
nice things. He can teach me things. He can teach me more about finances, you know, can add to my life, you know, like that. I don't really care about looks that much, you know. You don't got to be 6 feet. You don't got to have a six pack. I don't care about that.
You want a financial advisor is what you want.
Equal security. So,
but she don't need men.
And unless you can add to my life like that, I don't want nothing to do with it, you know. And if it takes me to be single forever, I will do that.
Go ahead and get that Golden Gate package.
You know what I can do. So
okay, all right, fair enough. I was also going to ask you, like, my follow-up question is: you said you dated guys who have money, right? And you said they always paid your bills and things like that. For example, why didn't that work out? Let's say the last guy. I'm assuming he was rich or had money. I'm just assuming. I could be wrong.
Well, I lived with 2 men in my life. The first one, he had a lot of money. He bought me cars, clothes, designer clothes, diamonds, put us in a nice place, all of that. The second guy, but I just happened to meet a man that had a lot of money. And then after I broke up with him, I got with another guy. And no, he didn't have all of that. I was okay with just his average salary, whatever, but he still paid all the bills. Nice things that he could when he could. So I'm not.
And why did that end? Why did that end, Tiffy? Like, why did things not work out? Tiffy. If he was buying you designer and he put you in a better living situation and things like that, what is the reason that it didn't work out?
The one who had all the money?
Yeah.
I thought all of them.
Well, he was very emotionally abusive. He was a narcissist. Like the therapist told me that. He was very emotionally abusive to me.
Therapist told you he was a narcissist.
And I would have died if I stayed in that relationship.
Oh, can we talk about, so since when you told the therapist what he was doing and now the therapist is third party diagnosing
somebody who they're not talking to? Like, wouldn't they have to bring him in for that to be valid? Because you said so. He's a narcissist. Get out of here, man. Get out. Get out.
God, you could have went in there and told that therapist certain symptoms that made him look like he's a narcissist. The therapist needs to meet with the person and talk to them to be able to diagnose them.
Again, fellas, stop. Pay your bills and be resourceful and be the men that you naturally are, but always keep a close eye on your circle. don't be paying bills for these ungrateful Bettys, Dizzy Lizzies over here. Like she talking crazy. Like you can't do nothing. She don't. If a man was paying her bills, or if you go in there paying her bills now, you just a beast of burden. Like you just there. Oh well, he's just there. Like she ain't got no tolerance. She don't care nothing for you. She wouldn't want to be with you. It ain't nothing about that. She just wants your money. This is another gold digger in disguise over here. She don't need men. Men don't have no point in being in her life, but they always pay her bills and they got to make X amount. This is one of those she'll accept you but never respect you kind of thing.
Right. Tolerated.
Yes. Yep. Tolerated. Not celebrated, but tolerated. Definitely that. And all under the guise really is probably just behind the fact that she's a bilateral. Like she ain't really got no use for no men like that. I'm sure that's part of it. I'm sure her experience might be part of it. And maybe she thinks she's too cute to settle down with anybody, as that might be part of it too. She thinks she hot stuff. But at the end of the day, it all leads down the same thing. You could do infinitely for this woman. You could take care of this woman, get out the projects, do whatever she expect you to do, make all that money. She'll never respect you. She'll just accept what you can do for her. And again, I say it again, why wouldn't you just go to the platforms and show a little TNA and get the money that way? Like everybody else. Like you what you want is where you was going, is where you at. You need to go get it on offline then. Because I don't know the kind of relationship dynamic that you want in real life where this man don't have no input. He don't say nothing, don't do nothing. He just, anything he does is a burden on you, and he just pays all the bills and takes care of us. So I'm sure some kids running around there too. She said us a couple times.
I heard something in the background that sounded like some kids.
Yeah.
And
because us don't include her and him. No. Us is her and whoever else, her kids and woo. And it's not her and him.
So, as I was saying, I think it might be time for her to get that Golden Girls package.
Yeah.
And she's giving Dorothy.
Definitely. I was thinking that one too. If it was one of the four, I'd definitely give her Dorothy.
Like strict, hard nose,
hard ass, ain't giving.
Tired of men.
I don't want this. Yeah.
Remember Dorothy's ex-husband, I think, cheated on her, and she was just.
Dorothy had a bunch of issues.
Right, she was just done with men, kind of.
Yeah.
And mother of the house.
Destitute.
Yeah, destitute. And ain't nobody was checking for Dorothy like that. So it's time for you to go get with your homegirls. Go get you somebody that got fours. Stack up in fours. Somebody got the house. You go rent a room and y'all live that Golden Girls life. Because what you looking for is not realistic. And if you find it, you find it.
And she'll mess it up. She'll mess up.
But she sound like she sound like she'll mess it up.
He said just put a title on the man that probably don't even fit. Get out of here.
But let's see what else she got to say. Lord have mercy.
And I'm assuming you had to see those signs before you guys, like on the interim of you guys dating, like in the very beginning. Someone who's emotionally abusive, there's always signs. If there's a narcissist, there's always signs, Tiffy.
I did not see any signs. By the time I started seeing signs, we were already living together in a nice apartment. And so, yeah, because they come in the door, all grandiose gestures and showering you.
Say love bombing, giving you a lot of things, and then may turn into a little bit of controlling what you're doing, how you're doing it. So I'm saying there had to be signs.
Yeah, I didn't see it. And I was young. I probably wouldn't have recognized him any that way. That was like my first adult relationship. So even if there were signs, I probably wouldn't have been, I probably wouldn't have noticed them.
So what about now? Are you attracting guys, let's say, who make the $250K plus per year? Is that something you're attracting now, or women? Because you said you're open to both genders.
Well, when it comes to a woman, she don't have to make a $250K because I know she's not gonna suck me dry.
But, that's not fair to say, honey. That's not.
I thought that was the point.
In 2024, honey. Don't listen.
I can feel like a good spirit in a woman.
In a woman, I can feel a good spirit. This.
But you can't feel a good spirit in a man. Your intuition don't work with men, but it worked with women.
It was off. He had a counter to your intuition. It was blocked. Men have a blocking mechanism. Girls, stop.
And can I just say this? So I saw somewhere online where it says, why do us women, why do our intuition only works when a man is up to something, up to no good? Why it never work when, to discern if he's happy or not?
That's a good point.
It only works.
It only reads negative.
Right. It only reads negative, or it don't even read positive. Okay, you know what? I'm getting good vibes. This is a good situation. These are green flags, as the internet say.
Nah.
It don't read that. It don't read positivity.
Don't register. Those don't register.
Or it don't register when it comes to his needs.
Wow.
It only can register for you.
For you, right. On
and
your
negativity.
End.
And her, apparently for her, it only registered for women.
And women, right. And then she don't got to make 250K. So that goes back to the old adage. See, y'all be trying to incorporate these rainbow principles in straight relationships. Like, y'all, that's where everything is even. Oh, she's not going to do this. And y'all make y'all the same. Y'all both women. Y'all both this and that. Y'all feel y'all on even footing. So she don't have to overcompensate by paying you or making X amount of money or this and this and that. No, it's all good. Like, you'll bypass that for a woman. Your standards will go down. You still gonna need that provider, or that's what you're looking for, resources. So you gonna still want the resources, but she ain't gotta have it, because she ain't gonna suck you dry. Not in the way you think. She ain't gonna suck you dry. But yeah, I got you. That makes a lot of sense. You goddamn dizzy Lizzies, man. They're stop listening to these types. She's getting this from somewhere else. So the carbon copies who's regurgitating somebody else's dumbass rhetoric, that damn Princella and those types.
Yeah,
leave that alone, man. Yeah, this Princella, the sprinkle, I hear it all. It's all up in there. It's all up in there. And then she wants a channel so she can go out there and regurgitate it to other dizzy Lizzies who gonna believe it.
They'll follow her.
Please, man.
They love that. They'll follow her.
Definitely.
Let's continue.
No. So no, the woman don't have to make that much for me. But a man,
But why is that? Why does the man have that standard, but not the woman? If I'm laying up with you, it should be the same standard. If you getting my energy and my time, it should be equal.
To be honest, I don't feel bad about going 50-50 with a woman, because women are clean. She's gonna help with the kids, help with all of the stuff that men don't be helping with. They just think they supposed to provide, and you do all those things. And I know she would be valuable, an asset to me in other ways.
Okay, so she could make less than you. That would be okay if she made less than you. You would be fine with that.
Yes.
Okay. So then it sounds like it would just be easier to be with a woman than it would be to be with a man, let's say in your situation.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just not really trying to be with anybody. That's just not my priority. I'm focused on my bag. Like, you like saying be with. Like, I'm like, if it comes, it comes. If it don't, it don't. I'm focused on my bag and my moves and my goals and my dreams. That's what I'm focused on. I'm not really.
So she set up there to say all of that about men need to have this, women need to have that, but you ain't even trying to be with nobody.
Why are you even entertaining the conversation? You could have said, well, I'm not even, I called to ask you about TikTok, and I'm out.
She the one led this conversation over here, talking about the men was hitting on her, and then the disabled man, and then the internet talking points. She wanted to talk about all this. She did. You know what? I really think she came on Ashley's show, try to get a little clout. And she want to hit the little talking points and see if that'll give her a little buzz,
a little traction, right? And the little bitties in the comments. Dizzy Lizzies will go over there. Oh, she's spitting. She ate. She said, and they're gonna go follow her over there. Yeah,
girl, boo. But I think she finna talk some more about how much she don't need anybody. She just want to focus on her business.
Really focus on nobody right now.
Okay, I'm only saying be with because we're talking about dating. That's what we're talking about right now.
Yeah, but I didn't.
It
I
would
wasn't
be
here
a
for
complete lie to it. I think it would be a complete lie to sit up here and say that we can go our whole life again, unless you're a nun, you've never laid down with a man or woman ever in your life. It would be a lie to say you do not want intimacy. That would be a lie. That would just be a lie to me.
But I'm good now. I'm not prioritizing having intimacy right now anyway. You know,
but I don't
I'm
mean
not saying
second. I mean in life, just in general. That's
it's just not a priority right now. I mean, if something came along and it was what I wanted, of course I would go for it. But it's just, to me right now, it's not a priority. Like I came on here for business advice. I grow to myself on TikTok. I have my own business and I have goals of, I'm saving $20,000 over the summertime. Like I'm focused on these things and I got a lot of hobbies.
So you should have stayed,
I have friends, relatives, so I'm not alone.
Word.
You know, my son hugs me every day and kisses me every day.
Oh,
you know?
God.
So,
all right, well, fair enough.
Is it really that bad? Like, y'all really think?
So, this is, see, I didn't catch this the first time we watched it, but I just caught it. She got a son husband.
Mm-hmm.
And she about to make
He's
that boy a son husband.
Yeah.
My son hugs me and kisses me every day. So that's the masculine energy that she's getting.
And she's looking for another woman to help her with the kids and all that.
Right.
She's trying to circumvent men in every way except their pocket. That's
right. But she need that. Like, and she wouldn't dare say she need a woman to make 250K because believe it or not, we as women don't make that type of money. There's very few, not very few, but there's only a certain percentage of men that make that type of money. So as you go online and you hear all these women talking about they make six figures, that's a lie.
Cap.
That's cap. Now there are some that do make it, but that's cap.
But not in these astronomical numbers. No. And every woman just getting to this big bag. Like that's not true.
So she knew better to ask for a woman to make this type of money because she know that much, not to ask that. So okay, fine. You know, I'll take a woman that don't make that much money, but a man, he better have it.
He got to pack it in, right? Sure.
So, Lord, let's continue. She getting on my nerves.
It's so horrible to be single. It's really not. Just try it.
I'm not saying it's horrible to be single, but you said, you keep saying be with, and you said, oh, well, at the top, like when we started speaking initially, you was like, well, women kind of really don't need a man, right? No one needs anyone, but we do need people, right? We're humans. We need community. We need help. We need support. We need intimacy. So it would be a lie to say we're not designed to be in relationships. That would be a lie. That's why I'm
designed to have relationships, yes, because we need community as women. But you can find community and intimacy with another woman because she understands your emotions. Intimacy doesn't need to be physical all the time.
I don't want that.
You can be just having intimate conversation about.
That's why I said intimacy. That's why I didn't say sex, because that's what intimacy means. Yeah.
A woman can provide that for me.
No, I'm good.
I would say from the outside looking in, it just sounds like, I don't know, you've been through a lot of things.
I'm good.
I could be wrong. You seem a little hurt. You know, I don't know what that past relationship was like.
I don't feel hurt. I feel excited about life. I feel excited about my ambitions. I don't feel hurt. I don't. And I don't reject everybody. I just want to feel something like this person just have to be of very high quality. And honestly, in women, the quality is more physical because I don't want a big woman. You know, I'm not a big woman, you know.
Can't lift
her face don't have to be perfect or nothing. But I want her to be fit because I like to work out, and I would like to work out with her, go hiking, outdoors, all that stuff, you know.
Ain't that cute?
Absolutely. Okay. And again, everyone here, you can have, you can do what you want. I'm just giving you my opinion from the outside looking in. It just feels like something happened. I don't know. Maybe that last relationship with the guy that you were with or the one before kind of just did something to you. You just seem like hurt to me. Yeah.
I don't see how you get that from me because I
I
mean, most
don't see
people,
it.
somebody, usually in most relationships, everybody's been hurt before. I don't think I'm any different, you know.
Right,
But
but it's
I'm
still in your
like when
energy
we.
is what I'm saying. It's weighing on you. That's what I'm feeling. It's
No, I
weighing
care
on
about.
you.
I'm on here to grow my TikTok, and I'm not even here for
Ashley, you
nothing. Like
right.
I'm really not tripping right now. I'm trying to grow, build,
Yeah. No, it's
some
fine. Everything's
some
fine.
nice things in my life. I'm just not focusing on
You
that. Like
Well,
if
a
I
you
part
wanted
of
to want to,
overcompensating. That's why you
because
chasing
I'm
that
in it,
bag.
Tiffy, because I'm in it, a part of growing is we have to clear out whatever's hurting us energetically. So that's not just relationships, that could be family, romantic relationships, financial burdens, whatever that's blocking us is going to stop us from growing in our business and growing in
okay.
life, period. That's what I'm
I mean,
saying.
we all have pain
Look.
growing up.
Mhm.
I was bullied. Yeah, okay. I think I come to accept that.
Man, we not
I mean,
talking
we
about
all
your
have hurt
childhood.
in our lives. I'm just not. It's just so hard for y'all to understand. Like when I broke up with my ex, I shed not one tear. I did not care. I was like, "Good riddance, sir." You know, I did not care, and I did love
You
him. I
up here
still love him,
talking
and I still
about all
talk to
this.
him. But he's not going to let. I'm not going to put up with certain things from people. You know what I mean?
Fair enough. And you shouldn't have to, Again, I know this wasn't about dating, this was about your business. But if I could give you any advice, I don't know if you're in therapy. I would suggest it, maybe
She
just
was.
so
I
if
suggest everybody be in therapy. So I do.
I
I
Come
did
suggest
sign
on.
up for them though.
what's that?
I had signed up for it though.
I
Yeah,
thought
and
your
this comes from
therapist
a
told
place of
you
love, so I don't want you to feel like be
that
defensive.
your
I'm not
ex-boyfriend was a
sure if you're
narcissist.
familiar with my content, but
She is
this is
defensive.
not that type of place where I'm trying to embarrass anyone or make them feel bad about themselves. I'm just being honest. That's all.
I understand. I just don't get why people can't understand like people that's content being alone. Like it's not always
Well, if
about
you was
relationship. Like women, I've never had a relationship with a woman that a love that a bond like that. You know, and even a woman, even if she was a perfect 10, I'm just not in that headspace of trying to find somebody right now. You know, and women have never did anything to me. You know,
Fair enough.
so.
Yeah.
So I'm just not.
Girl, bye.
I'm really just focusing on getting this bag for real, and I will. So
Okay, bye.
Well, thank you for coming up and sharing, and I wish you the best, hon.
bye, Tiffy.
You're welcome. Bye
Bye,
bye.
Tiffy.
She's definitely.
So let me read a comment that Ashley pinned on this post. This is very insightful. So Ashley said she actually returned back to the show last night drunk and in a vulnerable state. Her participation was voluntary as I did not invite her back. I will not be sharing that clip as it was difficult to witness and I had to end the call due to her level of intoxication. Tiffany is clearly struggling and grappling with personal issues, which were more pronounced during last night's live. I've been doing this a very long time. I know what hurt looks like. Again, I'm not forcing anyone against their will to join my show. You click the button. I ask the questions. At any point, you can disconnect. We are all grown. So that just goes to
She
show you she was
just reinforced what was said there. That girl hurt. That girl got issues beyond what she's trying to talk about. She's chasing the bag and all. She's trying to overcompensate for other things in her life. She thinks if I get to this bag or if I start making this amount of money, all the ills and wrongs that of the past few years will go away. That's not necessarily the case. That's what
Yes.
Ashley was trying to tell her. It's not even about the
Right.
relationship or finding another man. It's about clearing your cachet of what's holding you back so you can go on with peace, with real peace, not fake peace, because ain't nobody there. You're the chaos and the drama that you're running from. We could talk about
Right.
men and all that, but as Ashley said, she's going through some things. So now you're the self-inflicted pain. You're your own torture now.
Right.
Drinking and in the bottle and drinking that damn diet wine, copious bottles of that. Now you up here drunk. I would love to see that video though.
Right,
I would love for Ashley to put that video up.
I applaud Ashley for not sharing it. It really shows her character that I'm not going to show her, that vulnerable like that. Right. But true. I do want to see it though.
What I love to see it. Show it to me like on the low speed.
Right. Like, send it to us.
For content purposes.
For content. And we won't show it. We'll just review it. We would need to see how she came up there.
Right. But that's what I was, that basically rolled into my final thought. She really needs to get some help. This Dizzy Lizzy business and, the other influences are just compiling onto her confusion about the whole matter. Because she's up 1 minute, oh, he can be this. I want a woman. He can make that. I don't that. I don't want him. I don't. I did. She's all over the place. We're born to you, Queen.
Yeah. And I just want to say, not even just to her, but just us women in general, can we get it together? Like, if you got hurt, you got pain, you do not have to live your life like this. The tagline of the show is, just because you was raised in dysfunction, you don't have to stay there. And so if you got hurt or something, issues, everybody got issues. Sure. But you got to work on that so that you can be a productive member of society. You're not wasting your life away. You're not angry at people. Just, this lady is angry.
Yeah, really angry.
And then it's like, when you become angry and you're looking for someone to blame for whatever the reason, you find it. When you go looking for something, you find it. And she probably did come across the sprinkle. Everybody, the Cynthia G's, the Princellas, and all of that, to tell her, no, girl, you doing good. They was wrong for hurting you, and they made you like that. All that, she has become very jaded, it seems like. And you go find people that is on the same wavelength, but they not trying to go higher. They just trying to pull you down.
Yeah.
And that's all the sprinkle, Princella, and all those people doing. These are bitter.
Yep. Older, jaded women.
And I don't know if that's who she saw or not, but these women are out here. These women are out here influencing a lot of young girls, and they're jaded. And those are just the archetype. Older, bitter women have been influencing younger women for a long time. This is why we here.
True.
This is how women have became modern women, because we not addressing the hurt.
No.
Get it? There's stuff in our community that has hurt us. There's stuff in our childhood that has hurt us. Our family has hurt us. Men have hurt us. Okay. But you got to address that. It's not all men. Just because your baby daddy hurt you, left you, whatever, pregnant, barefooted and pregnant, whatever you want to call it, or you picked the wrong man. It could be that. You could have picked the wrong one. It doesn't mean that you got to stay hurt and bitter. We sit here and talk about, men need to be emotionally intelligent. We as women need to be emotionally intelligent. Know when you're hurt. Know when you're bitter. This woman came back on this show, a public platform, intoxicated. Is this freedom? You cannot tell me that this woman is not bitter and hurt and jaded.
Absolutely.
Everybody needs therapy. Well, how about you go get some therapy, because you shouldn't be drunk.
She did get therapy
on some platform like this.
It would be no reason for her to come back. So obviously there was hurt and all that. It touched home.
Right. She
came up for financial advice.
Right.
So what was you coming back for? Why did you come back?
So what Ashley said touched a nerve. And I think this rings true for a lot of women out here. What I'm just saying is, just get it together. It's not everybody else's fault. Try to look within first to see what you did wrong. You know what I'm saying? Take accountability.
That's the word. It's the opportune word.
That's all I'm saying is take accountability. It's not always something that somebody else did to us. It's what we done to put ourselves in those positions. But just because we're in this position don't mean we got to stay here. We can get better. We can come better versions of ourselves. I'm gonna leave it at that.
True that. Well, you heard what we think. More importantly, we want to know what you guys think. So get down there in the comment section. Let us know if you agree, disagree. We were on base, off base. You know, we are 360-degree thinkers on this platform. Free thought is always celebrated and number one here. So leave a like on your way out. Sub up if you so choose to. And we shall return real soon with some more of this dating show foolishness. Ashley Dalton, Kendra G, Pineapple Show, whoever else is doing it. We love y'all. Thank y'all for coming out. We appreciate all the engagement we've been getting on the channel lately. And it's only going to take off from there. Once again, y'all have a good night. Thank y'all for coming out. Be safe.